If you're over 60, you've probably heard the advice to add chocolate to your morning coffee for extra strength, energy, and even muscle protection. But here's the catch. Are you using cacao or cocoa? The difference between the two isn't just about taste. It can make or break your results. In fact, choosing the wrong one could mean you're missing out on up to 70% of the muscle-building benefits. Most seniors unknowingly buy regular cocoa powder, thinking it's the same as raw cacao. The packaging doesn't help. It's confusing, filled with marketing claims, and often misleading. The reality is that raw cacao and cocoa are not equal when it comes to antioxidants, flavonoids, and overall health impact. Understanding their differences could transform your morning coffee into a real muscle-supporting drink. Raw cacao, the muscle-building champion. Raw cacao is made from unroasted cocoa beans that are cold-pressed to remove the fat. What remains is a powder rich in flavonoids, especially epicatechin and catechin. These natural compounds are like messengers that tell your muscles to absorb more protein, repair faster, and grow stronger. Here's what sets cacao apart. Antioxidant power. It contains up to 40 times more flavonoids than processed cocoa. Improved blood flow. These flavonoids can increase blood flow to muscles by about 30%, ensuring more oxygen and nutrients reach the tissues where they're needed most. Gentle energy boost. Unlike the harsh buzz of caffeine, cacao provides theobromine, a smooth, long-lasting stimulant that works in synergy with coffee to deliver 4 to 6 hours of clean energy. Within just 30 minutes of adding raw cacao to coffee, many seniors report sharper focus, increased alertness, and more stamina, all without jitters. Cocoa, the familiar but weaker option. Cocoa, on the other hand, is made from roasted beans. While this process creates a milder, smoother flavor, it also strips away 60 to 90% of the antioxidants. That doesn't mean cocoa is worthless, though. High-quality, natural, unsweetened cocoa still provides some flavonoids and can be easier on sensitive stomachs. For seniors with acid reflux or digestive issues, cocoa's lower acidity can be a real advantage. But beware, not all cocoa powders are created equal. Grocery store staples like Hershey's or Nestle are often heavily processed, stripped of beneficial compounds, and nutritionally weak. If you choose cocoa, make sure the label says natural or unsweetened cocoa powder and avoid anything marked Dutch processed, alkalized, or European style. These labels are code for products that have lost their health benefits. Why so many seniors get it wrong? One of the biggest mistakes older adults make is relying on hot chocolate mixes, syrups, or flavored creamers. These products often contain more sugar and artificial flavors than real chocolate. Here's why that's harmful. Added sugars increase inflammation, which accelerates muscle loss and worsens joint pain. Artificial flavors mimic chocolate taste but contain virtually no real cacao or cocoa. Some mixes hide extra caffeine, which can disrupt sleep or interfere with medications. If sugar or corn syrup appears in the first 3 ingredients, put it back on the shelf. For muscle health, your chocolate powder should contain just 1 ingredient, cacao or cocoa. How to use cacao or cocoa in coffee for maximum benefits. Whether you choose raw cacao or natural cocoa, the key is preparation and consistency. Here are some professional tips to get the most out of your daily ritual. Timing matters. Add cacao or cocoa to your coffee in the morning, ideally within an hour of waking. This aligns with your body's natural protein synthesis cycle, making your muscles more receptive to nutrients. Mixing technique. Raw cacao doesn't dissolve easily. Create a paste by stirring a little hot coffee into the powder first, then slowly add the rest of your coffee. Alternatively, blend for 10 seconds to avoid clumps. Enhance absorption. Add a teaspoon of coconut oil or MCT oil. Healthy fats help your body absorb fat-soluble compounds in cacao or cocoa and provide long-lasting energy. Sprinkle in a pinch of black pepper. Piperine, found in black pepper, can increase flavonoid absorption by up to 200%. Flavor without sugar. If the bitterness of raw cacao is too strong, sweeten with stevia or monk fruit instead of sugar. You can also add a pinch of cinnamon or a drop of vanilla extract for warmth and extra blood sugar control. Dosage guidelines. Start with 1 teaspoon daily and gradually increase to 1 to 2 tablespoons, depending on your tolerance. More isn't always better. Your body can only absorb so many antioxidants at once, and too much may cause mild digestive upset. Real-life success stories can, really bring these ideas to life. Take Margaret, for example. She's 71 and lives in Colorado. After she switched from cocoa to raw cacao, she noticed her morning stiffness disappeared within, just 2 weeks. Now she says she's got the energy to spend hours gardening without any fatigue at all. She even calls her cacao coffee liquid strength. Then there's John, 68, from Texas. He spent months using a popular chocolate creamer, but honestly he saw no improvement. But when he switched to pure cacao, his energy and joint comfort improved within 2 weeks. His only regret? Not reading labels sooner. These stories, they really do highlight how a small daily choice, using the right type of chocolate, can lead to meaningful improvements in your quality of life. Safety considerations for seniors. While cacao and cocoa are generally safe, there are a few important precautions to keep in mind. First, caffeine content. Both contain small amounts of caffeine, so if you're sensitive or taking medications that interact with stimulants, it's best to start small. Next, blood thinners. Cacao may enhance the effect of medications like warfarin, so it's wise to monitor closely and consult your doctor. Then there's kidney stones. Both cacao and cocoa contain oxalates, which can contribute to kidney stones in those who are susceptible. If you've had stones before, limit your intake to 1 teaspoon daily and drink extra water. As for blood pressure, flavonoids can slightly lower it, a benefit for most, but if you're on medication, keep track to avoid any unwanted dips. And finally, digestive sensitivity. Introduce cacao or cocoa gradually, and always take it with food to reduce the chance of stomach upset. Storing your cacao or cocoa. Proper storage is indeed key to preserving the potency of these delightful powders. You should keep them in an airtight container away from light and heat. Raw cacao is a tad more sensitive than cocoa, so refrigeration can be quite beneficial. When stored properly, both can last 12 to 18 months without losing quality. Which should you choose? Well, choose raw cacao if you want maximum benefits, don't mind a more bitter flavor, and are willing to invest in higher quality powder. On the other hand, choose natural cocoa if you prefer a smoother taste, have digestive sensitivities, or want a more budget-friendly option. Do avoid hot chocolate mixes, Dutch processed cocoa, and anything with added sugars or artificial flavors. Think of cacao or cocoa as an investment in your muscle health and independence. Yes, quality powders cost more up front, but they deliver genuine health benefits that cheap processed versions simply can't match. What results to expect? Consistency is key, my friends. Here's a realistic timeline. In 1 to 2 weeks, you might notice a boost in energy and alertness. By 4 to 6 weeks, you should see improvements in muscle comfort, reduced stiffness, and better mobility. And ongoing use will lead to stronger muscles, more stamina, and a higher quality of life. Small daily choices add up. A teaspoon of cacao in your morning coffee might seem simple, but it can create powerful long-term results. Final thoughts. The debate between cacao and cocoa is more than a matter of taste. It's about health, strength, and independence as we age. For seniors battling muscle loss, the difference is significant. Raw cacao offers superior flavonoids, blood flow improvements, and sustained energy, while natural cocoa provides a gentler, more familiar option. The mistake many make is assuming all chocolate powders are equal. They're not. Reading labels carefully, avoiding sugar-laden products, and choosing raw or natural powders can transform your morning coffee into a genuine tool for muscle maintenance. So tomorrow morning, when you stir that chocolatey powder into your coffee, ask yourself, is it cacao or cocoa? The answer might just determine how strong and active you feel in the weeks and years ahead.